Welcome, everyone. Today we have with us author Vanessa Goans, author of Empower the Warrior Within, 10 Steps to Transform Your Breakup to Your Greatest Breakthrough. Welcome, Vanessa.
Hi, Christina. Thank you. Thank you for inviting me to be interviewed today.
Well, Vanessa, your cover is so beautiful. Tell us about what Empower the Warrior Within is all about.
Oh, thank you, Christina. The cover was inspired by just triumphs. There are many people who've been through a breakup. It's a very difficult experience. But the book is about taking the stones that life throws at you and turning them into something great, turning them into triumphs, and not allowing the negative experience of a breakup or any setback to limit what your potential can be and who you can become. And so the book was written to help people through those cycles of grief after a breakup and turn that into something really positive, to live the best life that they can live.
Well, I'm so excited. Your book is amazing. And so you just started off your book giving readers a glimpse of your childhood and what you were like as a kid and who influenced you as you grew up. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah. Well, as a child, I would say I was a maverick. I was very independent minded. I worked hard at school, at home, but you know what? I was mischievous. I actually pulled pranks on people, and not much has changed. I think part of my childhood spilled into being an adult, and I'm still the same way. I work hard and I'm very independent. But I believe the person who influenced me most, I think, was my great grandmother. She was a hard worker. She wasn't perfect. She didn't have a perfect life. But I learned a lot from her nonetheless. I would say the only person in my family that I can think of that was born in her house. So I think we share that special bond, I believe. And I thought I'd mention it in my book, apart from, what my book was about. I thought I'd mention her because I wanted readers, parents, grandparents to know that even though they have a less than perfect life, they can still influence or positively influence their children and their grandkids. And, they can be a hero for their children, at times in their life when they need it most. So that's why I mentioned her in the book.
That's wonderful. And that having that hero in your family is definitely can make a huge difference.
Yeah.
So when you were a kid and influenced by your great grandmother, did you always think that you would be a writer, or did you want to be something else as well?
Gosh, no. I mean, I loved writing, but I never imagined I'd be a published author. I liked writing, but loved science more. And, throughout my life, I did a lot of writing, journals, and I wrote a lot of poetry throughout my life. But my main love was I wanted to be a doctor. And, over time, I think I became wise to what medical school would cost. So yeah. So my goals kind of changed over the years. I job hop a lot until I got accepted in engineering school, and I graduated my electrical engineering degree in 2019. And while I was in college, I went through a divorce, and that's what prompted me to really get serious with my writing. And I made it my goal to share my story and self-publish my book in 2021. That's actually on my vision board, and here we are.
Yeah, get it done in 21. I remember you saying that to me. So how was that journey as a writer?
Oh, there was some bumpy roads. I like most writers, I had writer's block, and there was some challenges. And I think for me, Christina, the biggest challenge was myself. For people who know me, I'm an introvert. I have a pretty private life. And the hardest thing for me, I think, was just sharing my story and getting used to being exposed on social media and things like that. But I had a great coach. I had you. And I had a lot of supporters, a lot of writers and established authors and coaches, first readers that really supported me. So it made the writing a lot more fun.
Well, and you're an absolute delight to work with. So, and you're just a delightful person. And what do you do in addition to writing?
Spare time. I have a very heavy workload during the week. So, but on the weekends in my spare time, I do love writing. So I get up early, I do that. I love reading a good book. And I like inventing things. So, you know, in my living room, I have little projects I'm working on, and hopefully one will change the world one day. So that's my spare time work. And, you know, I live in New York, so there's a lot of free stuff to do. So anything in the outdoors, you'll find me, you know, at a flea market or farmer's market. There's a lot to do in New York for free.
Oh, that sounds like you live a fantastic life. So, in closing, Vanessa, what advice would you give to your readers and to people who have aspirations to write their own books?
Ah, well, you know, I started my book with an original quote, and that quote is like snowflakes and fingerprints, there are no carbon copies of you. And, you know, that is such a true saying because each person is unique. You are unique. Your story is unique. So my advice for readers and for particularly people who've been through a breakup, it's not the end of the world. Don't let any disappointment in life limit your potential and limit what, you know, who you are and who you can become and who you choose to become. And for readers, I would say, and people who have aspirations to write, I would say, you know, your story is unique. No one can tell it better than you. So share your story with the world, share your goals, your dreams, share your vision, because the world is waiting to hear your story. So my advice would be, don't keep the world waiting, just write.
Oh, Vanessa Goans, you are so inspirational. And we're so delighted that you've shared your story with the world. And we know your wisdom will help so many people. You can pick up Vanessa's new book, Empower the Warrior Within, 10 Steps to Transform Your Breakup to Your Greatest Breakthrough on Amazon.com and bookstores everywhere. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Christina. It was a delight.